Hello everybody on YouTube, this is AJ Crunch 94, and I'm coming to you with something I didn't really do a lot lately, which has been video game reviews. I've been doing them in like at least a month or so, or a year, so, so I'm coming at you with a review that's a game that really didn't catch me off guard how amazingly good it is, how precise the controls are, how spot on the storyline is, how sweet the sounds are, which is, Mass Effect 2. This is probably going to be on a future recent pickups video, but yes, I did pick up a copy of Mass Effect 2. Most of you haven't known, but I have played the first Mass Effect. I'm kind of a stickler for paying or watching things that came before the sequel. I really like doing that. That's why I bought Call of Duty Modern Warfare before I bought Modern Warfare 2. And just so I saw to put an airplane scene, and I have I know where I'm at in the story. Yeah, but Mass Effect, you don't even have to play the first game to really get into the story, because the storyline is so in depth. It breaks off in both games, so Mass Effect 1 and 2, and in between DLC. So it branches in between, and not to mention the amount of DLC that this game has, and the amount of game this game has. I mean, you know how like back in the day, like classic RPGs, like let's say Final Fantasy VII. That's a great example because it had like 4 discs. How it would come in 4 discs? Well, this is taking the classic with action elements. So it's a classic RPG game, but it's as big and as immersive as a regular RPG title. But yeah, here's this. Here's what the inside looks like. That's disc 1. The full has, I believe, I'm not too sure on this, but I think there's achievements, like there's 50 over here, 50 over there, achievements for each disc, or there's special achievements for, but yeah, it's a 2-disc game. Both discs are filled to capacity with content. You can make 2 Mass Effects with Mass Effect 2. I mean, why that Mass Effect 1 had a single disc, so I'm not too sure. But I did complete the whole entire game. I had 2 discs. I had 1 disc. I'm sorry about that. I had the manual. I did buy this for Steal. I bought it for $20, like brand new, at Blockbuster. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good deal. But yeah, Mass Effect 2. The gameplay, which is most important for me, is 10 out of 10. I really can't go in depth in video on how much I love this game. Story is epic. 10 out of 10 with the story, because either way, if you go to 10 people, all 10 of those people are going to tell you a different story. They might win Paragon, or you went Renegade, and somebody went half and half. It doesn't really matter. But each playthrough is a different story. I haven't beat the whole game. I'm still on disc 1 because I got it on Monday. But man, oh man, this game's pretty good. Graphics is another 10 out of 10. It's amazing. Like, all they have to do is get a capture card and take away like the choice menu and things like that, and just hit on full cinematic screen, and they have a movie on their hands. That's it. That's all they need to do. Soundtrack The soundtrack is kind of bland. It's a mix between techno and for like a future game like this, like Halo has an amazing soundtrack. Let's see, Contra has an amazing soundtrack. I'm not pretty sure if they're gonna make a Contra, but yeah, it still has an amazing soundtrack nonetheless. But this game, for it to be a sequel and the music not be as good, in my opinion, it's my personal opinion, because I know I'm going to piss off a lot of YouTubers. It's bland, it's dry. I mean, it just looks like they just took a lot of house and techno music and just slapped it on the game. The characters, like if you don't ask them a lot of questions, which I asked them all the questions I can, they're kind of two-dimensional. You know, you don't get a lot out of them. Unless you remember them from the previous game, which in all cases is good. And if you haven't played the first game, I advise you to go pick it up. I mean, on JJ Games, it's jjgames.com. It's about $13. So yeah. Unlockables. Let's talk about the unlockables, because the unlockables is probably the lowest part. You have to have so many things. Like you have to have let's see, you have to have Dragon Age to get the Blood Dragon armor. You have to have the first Mass Effect to have some other armor, a limited edition for having gold armor. You have to get a whole bunch of DLC. You have Cerberus shit. You need to pre-order the game to get Terminus armor and Warp Gun as a heavy weapon. The list goes on and on and on and on and on about how many things that you have to buy to get all your content, which is pretty ridiculous to me. I'll give that like a 3. Like not a 3, but 2. Okay, a 3 if it's I'm rating, because I just forgot, it's really late over here. But a 3 if I'm rating it for 10, if you remember that. But a 2 if I'm rating it for 5. But yeah. Oh yeah, it's a 3. Okay. Well, so this game is going to get a 8.75 out of 10. What gave it that is the characters. Unless you just sit there and ask them question upon question upon question, they're kind of two-dimensional. The soundtrack is blah. It's alright. Remember, this is my opinion, people. Well, you know what? I'm gonna give it a 9.75 out of 10 because the soundtrack and the characters, it doesn't really make the game. What does make the game, though, which people consider a lot about games nowadays, is downloadable content. And this game has so much DLC that it's gonna cost you around $50. So you play some more money into that game, into the Mass Effect. And the amount of armor and stuff you get if you have this amount of games, that amount of games, and this edition of Mass Effect 1 and 2, just to get some armor, it's pretty ridiculous. I mean, they should just add it in DLC. So it's officially a 9.75 out of 10, just because of DLC problems, characters, and soundtrack. This is AJ Crunch 4. Coming out. I think I just found my. I was already a big fan of Mass Effect. I'm a super big fan. Not Halo though. Definitely not Halo. Alright, see you later.